Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. For today's video, we are going to be reacting to the 9 nicest players in the NBA today. Video by Austin Sweat. Link to his channel in the description below, man. So yeah, like, these are the type of guys that maybe you're walking down the street and the dude's like, hey man, you want a stick of gum? And that's it. Or maybe it's... Now that I think about it, you give me a stick of gum, that's really all you have to do. That's all you have to do. For you to be a nice person to me, man, there is no other acts of kindness out there. Give me a stick of gum. We're friends. That's actually how I met one of my best friends, man. Like he was always the gum guy in high school, bro. It's like he always was packing some gum on, man, a little juicy fruit. So yeah, let's see what these guys do that are so nice, and if we agree or disagree, or maybe they're bitch asses and they are just perceived as nice, because that could happen too.
With all the fame, money, and worldwide exposure that NBA players get, it's easy for some of them to forget where they came from. But that's not the case with every player, and these 9 especially. Because
let's hear it.
Never let any of their successes get to their head, and never let them forget that they're just ordinary people. And most on this list have seen the importance of giving back to kids and families that are in a similar situation as to what they were when growing up. And that's some of what's helped them be known as 9 of the nicest players in the NBA. Now, I do have to say that we will be mentioning how players have given away money and donated things, and that obviously doesn't instantly make someone a nice guy, but it does play a part. So let's look at number
definitely helps.
In Damian Lillard.
Damian Lillard? Okay. I'm gonna say straight up, that diss track he did on Marvin Bagley, I don't know if you guys see that. That shit was not nice. Damn, bro. He went on the man right there. So, but that's rapping, I guess, right? That's rapping. So, I guess it's a different ball game out there. That doesn't mean he's a bad person because he did somebody.
You can just tell by the way Damian Lillard carries himself that he's a good dude. He's humble, he keeps to himself, and he's never had any questionable moments on or off the court. I mean, he made a diss track on Marvin Bagley and waved the OKC Thunder out of existence, but that was just him getting his job done. And
there you go. Okay,
fair
fair
enough.
enough.
Comes to mind whenever I think about nice NBA players happened a few years ago. It talked about how Dame was in a store shopping, and a fan came up to him and asked him for a picture. Lillard told him to wait until he was done shopping, and then
on my way. Boom!
About the fan. So Damian put out a tweet saying that he felt bad. The fan tweeted back and said that it was okay, but instead of it just ending there, Lillard sent him a message so he could drive back out and meet up with the fan to take a picture. And not many guys in the league would even think twice about doing the same thing, and it goes to show the kind of character he has. And then there's the viral video going around recently where Lillard randomly walked up to 2 kids in an Adidas store and bought them both 5 pairs of shoes.
Damn!
And these are just 2 small instances that were shared on the internet.
Damian Lillard, good guy. Good guy, Dame.
Gym, weight room, and music studio to his old high school. Or the time that he convinced the entire Blazers team to give their postseason bonus to the team's staff.
There you go.
Damian Lillard struggled as a kid, so he knows what it's like, and he does his best to help out as many people as possible that may be struggling too. And number 2 goes to Donovan Mitchell. And along with Lillard, Donovan's another guy that's just naturally a good guy, and there's a countless amount.
He likes Spider-Man, so if you like Spider-Man, your chances are you're a pretty cool dude in my book, right?
Of real-life instances out there where he's proved it. Instances where nobody was watching, and where he wasn't doing good things just to get his name out there. Like when he got word that his former 4th grade teacher's daughter couldn't continue college because they were out of money. So with the help of his charity, he gave them a check for $25,000.
Good for you, Donovan.
And when he shows up at random local events like barbecues or smaller basketball games to hang out with fans and enjoy the community. Or even the 2 instances where he paid for a guy's groceries ahead of him in line when he didn't have enough money, and the time that he overheard someone in the Apple store who didn't have enough money to repair their phone, so he stepped up and paid for it to be fixed himself.
He only got his damn max contract yet.
Donovan saw a car accident, pulled over, called 911, and went out and waited to make sure everyone was okay. These are all everyday acts of kindness that he's done because he chose to help someone out, and things that you don't...
You know, one time, I was walking down by, like, the pier by my house, and there was this old dude. There was like a little, like, festival thing going on. There was this dude, like, this older guy. He might have been drunk, but anyway, he was riding his bicycle, and he crashed, like, into the pavement. Like, this guy, like, wiped out, man. He was probably, like, mid-60s, so... I, like, because everybody was just kind of, like, watching him and, like, laughing at him. I, like, walked up to him. I was like, hey, man, are you okay? And I picked up his bicycle for him, and guess what? Some bitch ass in the crowd said, that man's stealing his bicycle. Like, and people thought I was stealing the man's bicycle from him. And it's like, no, I was checking to see how he was doing. It's like, I hate people like that. It's like you go out and you try, like, you try to be a good person, then somebody wants to, ruin it or whatever, bro. Like, I don't know, that kind of pissed me off. I wasn't stealing no damn bicycle. Trying to help the guy out.
Don't hear about all the time from players that have the ability to do these.
It's called the bystander effect, by the
Mitchell
way.
did them because he said he wants to impact as many lives as possible in any way that he can because he's in a good position to do so. Then number 3 goes to Pau Gasol. And Gasol isn't as interesting as some of the other guys that'll be in this video, but still deserves a spot. He's always been one of the nicest overall players in terms of how he treats fans, teammates, and
That's weird, because he always came off as smuggy to me.
Spoke about the fact
like
that
a
he might
smuggy
be
personality,
too nice for his
but
own
I don't know
good,
him, so.
Saying, I'm so nice that people take advantage of it, and it's a problem sometimes.
Yeah.
It's a tough business
Been
to
there,
be in
done
for
that.
But that's never stopped him from sticking to who he is. In recent years, it's become the cool thing to
A lot of
do
people
to
used to
try
take
and make
advantage of me,
members of
bro,
the media sound
but-
dumb when the time comes. But when asked why Pau was always so nice to them, he said, I just try to be helpful and help them do their jobs well too. Even if I don't feel great or I'm upset about a loss, it's both of our jobs, so I try to make it as easy as possible for everyone. And then even on top of that, Pau Gasol may really be too nice. Because earlier this year, the Spurs bought out his contract, so they would have owed him $6.7 million this upcoming season. But he gave them back $2.5 million to help them and their salary cap for the year.
I mean, he wasn't playing for him, so...
That? The number 4 spot then belongs to Kevin Durant.
Maybe he felt kind of
And
greedy taking
not
that.
your usual nice guy, because he spent the last few years being, or at least trying to be, the villain of the NBA. Because ever since joining the Warriors, he lost a lot of people's respect, and just like when LeBron joined the Heat, Durant tried to play into that villain role after being known as one of the nicest and most humble guys in OKC. He even said, the guy you see now is the real me. The guy in OKC was a phony.
I remember the time you said, somebody asked you about playing in Detroit or somebody signing in Detroit, and you were like, Detroit, who wants to play there? it's Detroit. And now you're talking shit about the Toronto Raptors. Like, I understand, like, the fans laughed at you, and I don't think, like, that was just terrible. But, like, if you're a nice guy, you're going to shrug that stuff up. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, you're not going to attack the entire fan base, because guess what? Not everybody laughed at you, Mr. Durant. Like, yes, there was some bitch asses out there that did it, but I don't know. I'm not so on Durant being a nice guy. I'm not. You might be. If you do, that's fine. I respect your opinion because I'm a nice guy and I respect your opinion. So, but I'm not buying it.
Which led to Charles Barkley saying that Kevin was actually a really nice guy. He was just trying to be a bad guy. And I agree with him on that. Because KD really cares what people think of him.
Yeah, he does. That's for damn sure.
To try to get people on his side. Like playing with an injured calf. And you can't tell me that after that tearjerker of an MVP speech that this guy's a bad person. On top of that, he's
a bad person. No, I just did it.
He still does charity work in Oklahoma, spent $10 million to open an educational center in his hometown,
Sorry,
and
man.
has built over 13 basketball courts around the world for underprivileged kids. And now that he's on the Nets and is officially out of that villain role, I think it's good for him. And good that he can go back to acting like the good person that he really is. Number 5 is Mike Conley. And Conley's another guy that's heavily involved in his community and has always been known to be a good person.
He's always been like a quiet guy to me.
I mean, even on the court, throughout his entire 788 games played, he's never received one technical foul.
Wow, that is...
Grant Hill is having received the NBA Sportsmanship Award a record 3 times.
That is actually kind of unbelievable, man. Not a single tech.
This past season. He doesn't have too many particular stories out there like Damian Lillard and Donovan Mitchell do, but it's still easy to see the kind of guy he is. And then off the court, he's received the NBA's Community Assist Award this past season for all he did for the city of Memphis. And it's something he's done for his whole career. He said, honestly, giving back and being entrenched with my community is one of the more important things in my life.
Y'all got a good one, Utah. Man, you guys got a good one.
Donovan Mitchell and Mike Conley, the city of Utah is about to be one of the happiest towns on the planet. Number 6, Dirk Nowitzki.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about
you can tell Dirk's a good
Dirk
guy.
is recently retired, but I'm not ready to stop talking about him in videos. And to show how nice of a guy he is, here's some quotes from people around the NBA that know just how good of a person Dirk is. Charles Barkley said, Dirk is the nicest man ever. Then
bro, why don't we all take a damn Charles Barkley's opinion? This dude has literally gained 50 pounds so you wouldn't be drafted by a certain team. Like, there ain't nothing nice about that.
Steve Kerr would say, Dirk is just one of the guys
there ain't
that
nothing nice about
loves.
that, bro.
I don't think you
gave
can
yourself
find
diabetes just to not get drafted.
Then when asked, Nuggets coach Mike Malone said, he has no ego and would do anything to bring a smile to a young boy or girl's face. While current Pistons coach Dwayne Casey was quoted with, he's one of the most beautiful human beings you can be around.
Dwayne Casey says, you know it's true then.
Hall of Fame type player,
you know it's true.
Humble and as grateful as Dirk is. While finally Luka Doncic said that I've never heard of anybody that hates him. Even if you want to try to hate him, you just can't. and it's always been clear to fans that have just even watched him on TV that he's naturally a good guy. And all of this praise from
y'all see a little 360. Damn, that was a nice move.
Backs up
I'm taking that one to the court, bro. Just
7,
woo.
LeBron
Okay,
James.
I don't want to mess up my stuff.
This video, as he's easily done more charitable work than any other player in the league, and I think easily more than anyone in NBA history. I mean, through his foundation, he famously opened up an entire school for the kids of Akron to help fight their dropout rate and to get kids to stay at
He's just a good, humble guy.
Keep them from turning down the wrong path. And he's
from all the success he has,
any kid who graduates from his school can attend the University of Akron for free in an amount that cost him nearly $42 million. And that one's definitely the biggest, but there's way too many more charitable things that he's done to even list off. But even away from the charities, through all the fame and money, being possibly the most recognizable athlete in the world for years, he's never had any personal issues come out.
Who would you put over him, guys, as like the most recognizable?
Issues, a great family man, and supports his son courtside at nearly
Isaac
every
Bonga,
game
maybe?
he can. And one might think that it's easy to give back and be as much of a role model as James has been, given his position, but you can easily look at a guy like Michael Jordan and how bad of a guy he's considered to be off the court, and hopefully it makes you realize that it's simply not that easy
Was
to
he
be a
that
good
bad?
person in that position.
I knew he was like
Another
cocky. I know
role
he was
model
bad,
type player
though.
is number 8 with Steph Curry. And Steph's done a lot to earn his reputation. And while he's strangely not liked by a lot of fans or even NBA players, former teammate Andre Iguodala
Stephen Curry was the type of kid in high school that was probably just like, nice girls never get, or girls don't give nice guys chances. I don't know. But he was really good at basketball, so he probably got all the damn ladies out there, so I don't know.
Says it's because other players are jealous of what he has. He said Steph's a good dude and a great guy to be around, and I've never seen such a good person get such backlash because of jealousy. On top of him vouching for him, Warriors writer Marcus Thompson II has said that out of all the NBA players he's worked with, Steph has been hands down the nicest.
He does just seem like a nice dude.
On and off the court, his Nothing But Nets campaign, and his annual golf tournaments to raise money for kids.
Is he good at golf?
There's never been anything bad to say about the guy as a person. There's not really as many interesting.
You know, he's a nice player. You want to watch his nice? He's got a nice jump shot too.
Stories out there about Steph.
Oh God!
But when researching for the video, he was easily
Might just messed up my whole video.
Said had to be included. And finally, number 9, Dwyane Wade. Wade spent most of his career in Miami and helped them to 3 NBA championships. And over his career, quickly became the Heat's overall best franchise player. LeBron was probably the best player to play for the Heat, but overall as a member of the team, Dwyane Wade's their guy.
They got Duncan Robinson
for
too.
As much as D-Wade did on the court,
Names in
for
the
the
running.
Miami Heat to earn their respect, he did just as much off the court to earn the respect of the entire city. And some of his best contributions were highlighted in this Budweiser video that came out a couple of months ago. If you haven't seen it, I'd recommend it, and it's linked in the description. But I'll warn you, it's a tearjerker. In it, Wade was approached by 5 people.
I've cried since 1997.
One was the sister of a Parkland victim who was buried in Wade's jersey because he was his favorite player. And soon after Dwyane heard about it, he wrote the boy's name on his shoe that night for the game and eventually met with the family to help them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, that's a tearjerker. I'm gonna go cry. I'm gonna go literally cry after this video.
Wow. Another was a mother whose house burned down before Christmas. So Wade flew out and took her whole family on a shopping spree.
Oh my.
Then a third was a girl who graduated college thanks to a scholarship that Dwyane Wade had given her. The fourth was a kid who Dwyane spoke to and really helped turn his life around. And finally, the last was his mother, who he didn't know for a lot of his childhood because she had addiction problems. And he never really met her until he made it into the league. But he never held a grudge over her personal problems and never let that get in the way. Instead, he bought her an entire church to help turn her life around in 2008, and it worked.
Talk about a
new
good, bought our whole church.
Then, and they have a better relationship than ever to this day. And these are just 5 small examples of types of things that Dwyane Wade does and the man he is. And what hands down makes him one of the nicest players across all of the NBA. None of this list was in order.
Ain't gonna lie though, it does say the night. I find this ironically funny right here because like I'm watching the 9 nicest players in the NBA today. On the right side, you don't see it, but in my recommendations, a video by Austin titled "7 Most Hated Players in NBA History" with LeBron James in the thumbnail. Now he's wearing his Heat jersey and stuff, so maybe during that time. But yeah, no, this was a nice video, man. I enjoyed this. This was nice, heartwarming. No negativity to it except me towards Kevin Durant, but I'm still not over it, man. Don't know if I ever will be. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed Austin's channel in the description below. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out, my friends.